What are the critical steps to setting yourself up for success and significantly improving your closing ratio? What tools and resources can you leverage to improve your odds of closing more business? Encourage interaction and dialogue. Engage the prospect in conversation. Gather all the necessary information. Find out what matters most to the customer or prospect. Uncover their needs. Recognize any gaps they may be unaware of. Learn how they make decisions and how they will evaluate you, your company, and the product or service. Present to them in a manner that addresses the various points listed above. Speak their language and hit their hot buttons. Apply professional presentation and demonstration skills. Make sure that there is an orderly flow and you maneuver toward the final close. Help them make a series of little decisions. Help the prospect or customer visualize themselves taking ownership of or using the product or service. Use mental word pictures and draw upon their imagination to stimulate their mind and get them excited about making the purchase. Ask for feedback, acknowledgement, and commitment throughout your conversation and presentation to gain buy-in and help them to sell themselves on the many benefits and advantages offered by you, your company, and the product or services. Employ trial closes. Uncover objections, strive to understand them, get to the root of objections, address them, and then assure that your response is understood, accepted, and satisfies the prospect or client's concern. Recap your meeting or appointment. Highlight the important points from your conversation. Emphasize the benefits and advantages that your prospect or customer had the greatest degree of interest in and how they apply to providing a solution that addresses their needs or gaps. Set yourself up for the close by guiding the sale toward completion of documentation, sales order form or contract, or payment. When necessary, employ one of the closing techniques outlined in this module or use phrasing that helps you achieve your objective. Smoothly transition to the close in a confident manner without hesitation. There are many tools and resources at your disposal that can be leveraged to build value, overcome objections, answer questions, remove doubt, stimulate interest, and gain customer commitment, such as marketing literature, samples, presentation materials, success stories, brand information, proposal, guarantees, videos, demonstrations, incentive offers, urgency deadlines, logic and reason, products, testimonials, website, endorsements, cost justification, technical data, warranties, certifications, trial runs, education sessions, studies, emotional, greed, and fear. The secret is to learn how to use the most appropriate tools and resources in a balanced and effective manner without going overboard. There is a phrase that I learned of many years ago that graphically explains what I mean. If someone had a tray of cookies and they were offering you one and you weren't really interested, they could try different techniques in order to persuade and influence you to sample a cookie. However, they would definitely cross the line if they decided to lick the cookie. Don't lick the cookie. In recapping the Asking for the Order workshop, in what ways would you say you can significantly improve your effectiveness in asking for the order or closing the sale? Properly qualify the buyer to identify a need or needs to determine if they are the decision maker and what criteria they will be considering in order to make their decision. Ask many questions to make sure that you clearly understand them as an individual and also the organization that they represent. Invest time and money into yourself in the form of education and industry or product-related knowledge. Use trial closes and make it easier for the customer or prospect to make a decision by gaining commitment on a series of smaller points rather than waiting until the end of the process. Lead the sales interaction in an assertive manner that instills confidence, passion, and belief in yourself, in the customer, in the products and services, and your recommendations. Study the different closing techniques outlined in this module and practice them until you have them mastered and are able to use them in an effective and smooth manner. In this e-learning module, we discovered tips, techniques, and ideas to help you identify the steps in the sales process and understand the value of each step as it pertains to closing the sale. Know what is required to earn the right to ask for the customer's business, explain what trial closes are, and understand how to use them effectively. Heighten your awareness regarding the significance of a solid questioning strategy. Analyze the information gathered and formulate a reasonable recommendation. Now that you have completed the e-learning module, it is time for the final exam. Each question has a 90-second time limit, and the exam has a 30-minute time limit. You cannot pause the exam once you begin. The exam includes many types of questions, including true or false, drag and drop, multiple answers, etc. Read the questions carefully and make sure you understand what is being asked before submitting your response. Many of the questions or variations of them have been asked in the quizzes from this module. You will have one chance to respond to each question, and you will be graded. Correct answers will be provided for questions that are responded to incorrectly. After successful completion, you will receive a certificate of participation. This concludes step number 10 of the learning path. Please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance when you are ready to proceed.